My name is Rahul Banerjee. I was born in a town called Borakor in West Bengal in 1960. I studied in Calcutta. My father used to work in Assam in the oil industry, crude oil production industry. There weren't good schools there, so I studied in Calcutta. From when I was 5 years old, I stayed with my grandfather in Calcutta. So my grandfather has been a major influence. He was also a civil engineer. So he had a big library. So that's how, because I stayed with him, I also started reading and all those books. So he has been a major influence on me. And school was normal school jo hota hai. Apart from that, why in one sense that I have come to this kind of this thing instead of following a corporate career or something. So some part of it is that when I was say 10 or 11 years, 9 to 10, Naxal movement took place. So obviously you read about all these things. Na? So that had some, sort of focuses your attention on this side of society. Normally if you are in a upper middle class family, you are not bothered so much. But when this kind of a massive movement goes on, your attention is directed towards that. So I started thinking about that. कि society में इतना जो है problem क्यों है, poverty, injustice and all these things. अखबारों में आ रहा है कि ऐसे आंदोलन चल रहा है और पुलिस इसको मार रहा है, उसको मार रहा है. उस आंदोलन का कारण क्या है, किस बात को लेके वो पूरे चीज़ को कर रहा है कि ये समाज जो है ख़राब है, इसमें शोषण है और ये है, इसको अगर हटाना है कि इस पूरे व्यवस्था को हटा के दूसरी एक व्यवस्था लानी है. तो उस पे चर्चा भी होती है ना, अखबारों में उसके ऊपर आ रहा है कि कौन सही है कौन. तो वो सब चीज़ पढ़ते हैं. आई यूज्ड टू रीड द पेपर्स फ्रॉम अ वेरी अर्ली एज. जहाँ हम रहते थे, दैट एरिया वॉज अ सैनिटाइज काइंड ऑफ एरिया, बट यू रेड अबाउट इट इन द पेपर्स and then you start thinking about, reading about all those reasons and things. So that influence was there.
Since schooling, next where to study?
That was it becomes a standard kind of thing. Ki after schooling you will go in for engineering. Our whole family is a family of engineers. So I went to IIT. I mean, I gave the IIT exams. And then I got into IIT. So there was no at that point there was no conscious decision as such to do anything. It was not my decision, kind of conditioned. It was only after going to college, then reading and all those things, and then I switched from third year onwards. कि नहीं, मेरा वो engineering नहीं करना है. I want to, work in the fields with the Adivasis and things. So that came afterwards in college. At school level, there was nothing. My mother actually is a pretty strong character. She's a pretty strong character. She studied in Shantiniketan. Actually, the town that we lived in, it's an industrial kind of town. For oil production, that company is there, company township is there. So there was a club, and the club had a lot of cultural activities. So those were organized by my mother. So even though she was not working, she was involved in a lot of extra domestic activities. So, and she had a broad range of reading and things. So she knew all these things, that new trends are coming in and all that. So even later when I chucked engineering and went into this thing, my father was livid that this fellow is, he's doing this kind of thing and all that. But my mother said, let him do it if he wants to do it. What is your problem? If he wants to do something, let him do. It's his life, let him live. So that way my mother is very progressive in that sense.
What happened during your years in IIT?
Actually, subject was not my choice, My ranking was such that I was getting civil engineering. Civil engineering. I was more interested in extracurricular activities, playing, running and things like that. And then all debating and quiz and all that kind of stuff. And because of this extracurricular reading books and all that, so that's why I switched from engineering to social work. social activism. There was one splinter group of Naxal. By that time, Naxal movement had totally splintered. There was one, they used to do some work of education work among tribal children and all that. So I used to go with them and hold some classes for these tribal children. That is how I came to know their situation, how poor they are. Then reading and all that, then obviously I came, critique this whole development thing, all the reading the critiques of development. So IITs, they are very good. The humanities section in IITs, the libraries and the teachers there. So there are people who critique modern development within IITs. So among the teachers. In third year, in fact, we had a course on psychology. You have to take a course on psychology. So psychology, sociology, and economics. And all the teachers were good. The sociology, he taught about Marx and the liberal democratic and the Marxian system, all those debates and things. In the economics also, the same thing is there. The standard neoclassical economics is taught, but at the same time, that fellow said that, look, there's an alternative also, Marxian economics and all that. So all those things were there. And then there's the library after that. They used to give readings. So I started reading those books. So that turned me towards this anti-development thing. That no, this whatever is happening is not the right thing. We have to go for some kind of other development, and both social and economic development, which includes people who are at the moment excluded from this whole process.
You talked about you joined a group which went and taught in villages, tribal children.
So this was an informal kind of group. Actually, this is a splinter Naxal group. I was the member of that. So they said that you are in IIT, you should think something for society. And the immediate thing is that we have these areas where we are working. In these villages, there are children who are studying in school and they need tuition, obviously. So why don't you help with that? So I used to go. The thing is that we are going to their villages. You can see in what condition they are living. You get talking to people, sometimes they say that there is nothing to eat. All these things that we know very well. So that was the first time I was coming across this. So that is how I started thinking that something concrete has to be done. At the moment, nothing is being done. Whatever is being done, it's not successful. And at that time, I read all across the spectrum. I read Gandhi, Hind Swaraj and all that for the first time. I read Marx in detail for the first time, starting with the Communist Manifesto, then going into Capital and all those things. Then I read philosophy, both Western philosophy. If you read Marx, then you have to read Hegel, then you have to read Kant also, then go back further, Spinoza and all those things. It just goes one link from one to the other. Then Indian philosophy. If you read Gandhi, then Gandhi is basically based on Vedic philosophy, Vedanta and all that. So the one next step is you start reading Vedanta. So I read all those things, translations of course, the Vedas, Bhagavad Gita and all that. So I read all these books, and generally the basic thing is that, okay, there's some problem with society and it has to be tackled, and there are various ways. Buddha also is there. All those I read at that time. Okay, I was good at economics also. So and now I have come back to economics. In fact, I am registering for PhD in economics now. I'll be starting a PhD in environmental economics.
Any other incident, event you want to mention that?
There's one incident that, that's a deciding point. I'm not going to do engineering after this. I'm going to do something else. But this hostel that we used to stay in, so that's just next to the main road that passes through IIT. So what used to happen was there are people who sell hay into the Kharagpur market, so big landlords. That hay is brought, that time it used to be brought in bullock carts, and those bullock carts were driven by tribal carters, landless tribals. They used to come and park for the night there in front of our hostel. So one day, another friend of ours, we used to edit a campus magazine. He said that, come on, let's go and interview these fellows. Then I asked them that, do you think your sons can study in this institute? So that fellow, he laughed, as if I was joking. There's no chance, we can't. So that struck me. He is so much under pressure of his livelihood that he has no opportunity to dream also. So that decided me. After when I was coming back, I said that I will try and work so that people like this, they can improve their situation. So that is one incident, was a major incident. So then I started actively looking around for an opportunity that as soon as I pass out, then I'm going to join some organization where I can work for the poor. I want to do something that can provide immediate relief, because I've seen the kind of condition in which these people are living. I didn't have any option like that where, NGO sector, it wasn't all that big at that time. This is 1983. So there you didn't have the kind of NGOs now you have. So immediately I thought that let me take a break for a year or so. So then my father was due to retire in another year. He had bought some land in Shantiniketan because my mother had studied there. So I said that let me build the house. So I designed and built the house for them. So I stayed there for 1 year. That time I went reading this, that and all. And by chance I read in a Reader's Digest about SWRC, Bunker Roy's SWRC and things. So then I wrote to Bunker that I want to work. So I went to Tilonia. Then I stayed there for 1.5 months. There I met Khemraj. Then he said that all this is okay. You come and join me in Alirajpur, where I'm working with the Adivasis and all. Anyway, I wanted to work with Adivasis. So that's how I landed up in Alirajpur. Khemraj was there. Khemraj actually, he's a Jat Kisan farmer and who's first generation literate. So he studied, he was part of the some left trade students union movement, and then he heard of Bunkers, all this project. So then he came and joined, and he did some for 3 or 4 years from 79 to 82 or something. He did some community organization work as part of the, SWRC. But then he said that he wanted to do some work independently. So he went to Alirajpur just by chance. Just he got out, he said that took out a map, which is the nearest tribal area. Alirajpur is the nearest tribal area. So he said that this is the area. So he just took a train and went off. And he got to know people, Khemla and all that he met and started work. So when I was there, so he had come down Tilonia when I came to Tilonia. So we got talking. So he said that, look, I am working among the tribals in this way. We are organizing the tribals to fight for their rights and all these things. So I said that, okay, I also want to work with you. And that is how it happened. So and then I left and I went to Tilonia. To this thing, to Alirajpur. So I went to Tilonia in 85. Middle of May, I left Tilonia and came to Alirajpur. In between, Khemraj went in 82 around October or so. So Khemraj, when he went to Alirajpur, he was looking around for people that who he can work with. So he met Pushpen, who was a local journalist, stringer of Nai Duniya. And he had been a student leader earlier, Pushpen Solanki. And then he told Pushpen that I want to work among the Adivasis against this exploitation that is taking place. So Pushpen said there's one fellow who is very good, Khemla. He's fighting against all the administration and all the exploiters on his own. And he is in Alirajpur at the moment because he's taking training under TRISEM. So Pushpen took Khemraj and they went and met Khemla. That is how then Khemraj got talking to Khemla, and then he explained to him that, look, if you want to fight the state, then you have to organize people. You can't go on fighting on your own. So then when Khemla's training was finished, Khemraj went with Khemla to his house. So then he started staying in his house. And with Khemla, they used to move around that area, that what is the problem, how we have to organize and all that. And in between what happened was that Amit Bhatnagar, he was studying for a Bachelor of Architecture in Delhi School of Planning and Architecture. He also, midway, he felt that, he doesn't want to continue with architecture. He's read from somewhere about Tilonia, and he also came to Tilonia. This was in 1983. And when he came to Tilonia, it so happened that Khemraj was also there. And then they got talking, and Khemraj said that, look, I have gone there and I have started staying with these tribals, and we are trying to do something to improve their condition, organize them and all that. So Amit said that, okay, I want to come with you. So that is how Amit came with Khemraj. That was in 83. And they all started living with Khemla. So Khemla, Amit and Khemraj together. And then they went around trying to hold meetings and see what is the problems that the people are facing. So there, at that time, a dam was being built. The minimum wage at that time was 7 rupees. And the contractor was paying only 3 rupees per day. So then they said that this is one place where we can intervene. So they joined the workers on the muster roll, Khemla, Amit and Khemraj. They also started working. So then they struck work. They could mobilize the workers, and they struck work. And immediately, the collector came down. No, the SDM. So SDM, he was a pretty good fellow, IAS, R. Gopal Krishnan. So he came down and he said that, no, you have to pay 7 rupees, whatever the thing. So it was successful, this intervention by Gopal Krishnan, and immediately. So that brought them into the light. So because of this successful intervention, people said, they are very good. They can, organize people and get results. So that is how the whole process started over there. What happened after that was that they went into the Mathwar region, which is a reserve forest area. And there, forest department people used to behave like, kings. And the Adivasis were like slaves of those forest department people. So people from Umrali, where they were staying, they had gone there and they were cultivating forest land over there. They came and told Khemraj, Amit and Khemla that you come here in our area and start working, because there's tremendous exploitation going on. So then they went there. And then they started mobilizing people around this whole issue of, the exploitation by the forest department. So that started from mid-83. So by the time I reached in mid-1985, no formal name, no Sangathan was there, but informal kind of grouping had taken place, where people were fighting for their rights. That thing has already started in around 7 or 8 villages. It used to be called Sangat at that time. No name. Kherut Mazdoor and all came much later, 2 or 3 years later. 87 Kherut Mazdoor was registered. But at that time it was just Sangat. Again, there was, when the organization process started against the forest department on access to forests, Newar, cultivating encroached land, and access to forest for grazing and all that, for minor forest produce and things. So immediately there was a confrontation. Forest department didn't want this. Forest department people went and arrested some people who were cultivating encroached land. So then some of Adivasis and Khemraj, they went to the forest range office. Why have you arrested and you released them? So the ranger said, why don't you come in and let us talk? So they called Khemraj inside and started beating him up, burning him with burnt cigarettes and all that. And then they told the other Adivasis, now take this fellow away. And then told him that now we have just beaten you. If you don't leave this area, then we are going to murder you. So then and Amit was in some other village. So then Amit came in, Khemla was in another village, they came in. Then they took Khemraj to Alirajpur. They registered a complaint. And then all the mobilization took place, advocacy. The whole SWRC network and all the bureaucrats and all that that they knew at the higher level. So it went to the press also, that activist has been beaten up by forest department, has been burnt with cigarettes. So a massive kind of publicity over all that. Then cases were, so the administration came under pressure. They had to register a police case against those people who had beaten him up. So that was a sort of catalyst. So the people initially, they used to say, yeah, these fellows, they don't even sit on the cot, because normally a non-Adivasi comes and sits on the cot. Adivasi is on the ground. So that hierarchy is there. When a non-Adivasi comes in, at that time it was that you have to cook chicken and special other different. You have to cook specially for them. and feed them. But these people used to eat whatever is being offered by the Adivasis. So there was a reluctance, the lack of confidence in these people that they will really be able to, deliver the goods. Where we can organize, and the reason for this is earlier there had been an Adivasi mobilization, right from the 1930s in that region, in Jhabua and Alirajpur, when Mama Paleshwar Dayal Dikshit, he had organized these people under the Lal Topi Andolan. They used to wear red caps. It was a socialist movement, so it was called Lal Topi Andolan. That was on the same issues. Exploitation by Sahukars, exploitation of the forest department. It started from the British time, 1930s. Exploitation by the princes at that time. They used to make them work for free and all that. So that movement continued from 1930s, and after independence also, and then because it joined the Socialist Party, then they fought elections. So MLAs, 5 MLAs, 1 MP were elected on the socialist ticket from Jhabua. So that was the kind of strength it reached. But later on what happened was all those MPs, they were bought over by the Congress. The problem with this kind of mobilization is when you are against the state, then there's always the problem of sustaining. The state continuously puts you in jail and things like that. And the leaders, they are given all kinds of lollipops. That what will you gain by fighting for the people? Why don't you come to? So all these people like Jamuna Devi, who is now one of the leaders of the Congress, she was initially an MLA of the socialist Lal Topi Andolan. So she was won over. She went to the Congress and became a Congress. Like that, other MLAs also went over to the Congress. So this whole Andolan, it collapsed. And once it collapsed, then there was severe repression on those people who did not go. Those people who refused to go and stayed with Mama Paleshwar Dayal, they were beaten up severely in the police lockups and all that. So that memory was there. People knew that if you organized, you can get rights. But the thing is that if you don't succeed, then you get beaten up. So that is why there was this reluctance, to once again some process is starting. People already know that this process is a dangerous process. It can go both ways. But this incident where, Khemraj was beaten up and then all this action took place, so that helped that Sangathan to grow. But it was limited in that 7 or 8 villages, not a very big Sangathan. This is in that Mathwar forest range. The central village was Gendra at that time. Gendra and Atta, they were the main, and around there were some villages like Mankhada, Mathwar and all these, 35 kilometers from Alirajpur town. So after I joined the Sangat, it started expanding because, other villages also wanted to join. So this whole process expanded, and because it was expanding, it led to more confrontation with the state. So immediately after I joined, all the confrontation increased. I joined in 85, and at that time the confrontation it was start in the monsoons. As soon as the rains come, the people will go to encroach, cultivate the encroached land. Forest department will try to prevent them, and then confrontation will start. People were being arrested, and we are trying to go and free them. So in one case, we were also arrested. We had to go to jail. So this whole process started. So from that, people also learned. If you want something, then you have to, pay this kind of a price. So this whole process began, and the formalization of the Sangathan. So from 85 onwards, it became clear that you have to have a formal Sangathan. By that, till that time, it was working formally with the administration. Negotiation was taking place under the banner of Social Work Research Center. This whole work was started as a sub-center of SWRC Tilonia. The Sangat had no name. So how do you negotiate with the administration? What do you say? Who are you? So you say that we are SWRC Tilonia. So that went on for 1 or 2 years. But it became clear that you can't go on like this. You have to, it has to be a people's organization. You have to name it. And when I joined in 85, simultaneously with me, Shankar also joined. So Shankar, at that time, he was studying in class 11. So that's how. So he also came in. So then the whole thing was, what should be the name of the Sangathan? So in that, Shankar had a role. Basically, the name of the Sangathan, Khedut and Mazdoor, that we are both agriculturists and we are also laborers. And his insistence was that it's not just Sangathan, it's a Sangathan for awareness. So that is why Chetna has come in. So the name is basically Shankar's, he has coined that word. So that is how Khedut Mazdoor Chetna Sangat. Then what formal form should it take? It should take the form of a trade union. So then it was registered as a trade union. After that, the work of Khedut Mazdoor just spiked, From 7 villages, it went to some 30-40 villages. Not because we joined, but generally the circumstances at that time. That year we had a lot of confrontation and we won all those battles that we had against the state. People went to jail, they came out and everything, and finally, we managed to establish their rights and things. So that had a sort of a domino effect. A lot of more villages joined in, more issues, the issue of rural development, corruption in rural development, issues of sahukars, charging more interest rates. All these things came up. So the work expanded like anything. We were only 4 full-time activists, 5. Khemla, Shankar, I, Amit and Khemraj. And 87 was the year in which we had a major agitation. The forest department tried to, close down encroachment cultivation altogether. So we had a massive 1.5 month agitation, and finally we had some rallies and dharnas and all those things. So 87.
Same way, can you say a little bit about Khemla? Where did he come from, and what was his background? Khemla's also.
Lal Topi Andolan, Khemla's father was a activist of the Lal Topi Andolan. So that is there. That spark of rebellion must have been there within Khemla. So in fact, Khemla, when he was in class 6, so Khemla went to an ashram school after that. And at that time, the warden of that ashram school, he was, as usually happens, he was pilfering from their food. So Khemla protested against that. So he was in class 6, but he was actually 14. So in the Adivasi culture, 14 years, when you reach 14, you marry and have children and start having children and all that. So in that sense, in the Adivasi sense, he was an adult. So when he felt that this fellow is not giving me good food and all, he protested, and when the teacher beat him, he beat up the teacher. So he got rusticated from that school for getting. So when he got rusticated, he said that I don't want to study anymore. And he stopped studying and he started working he said that all these kind of fellows who are, torturing us and exploiting us, I must work against them. And since then, he started working on his own. Wherever anything was going on, the police came and filed a false case or something. So and on one occasion, because of his activities, they were disruptive. And the MLA also at that time, he called Khemla and he told him that, look, why the hell are you doing like this kind of thing? Look at me, I go along with the state system and I have built my houses and all this. You can earn a lot of money. So Khemla, he gave him a scolding, MLA, that it is because of people like you that our tribals are in such a state. When he was coming back, the MLA phoned the Umrali police station that this fellow, he is not listening, so give him a good lambasting. So the police in Umrali, as soon as he got down from the bus, they took him inside and gave him a good thrashing in the Thana. He came out of the Thana. Instead of going home, he went back to Alirajpur and filed a complaint with the SDM. SDM acted on that, and then that assistant sub-inspector there, he was, line attached or something like that. So that had a tremendous effect. So that created some kind of flutter, and then whenever he intervened on some small matters, he used to go directly to the SDM or SDOP and talk to them. Before, people never thought that you can go out. For an Adivasi person, he is the first Adivasi person in that area who had complained against the administration. Before that, no Adivasi can even think of going. Thanedar means he is the lord of that area, or the forest guard is the lord of the area. So that is how he started. And he was doing that for around 4 or 5 years. He had already done that for 4 or 5 years when he met Khemraj. And then Khemraj told him that individually if you go on fighting like this, there's no future. You have to organize people, get people behind you, so that there are 100 Khemlas and not just one. So that's how he came into the whole system. This Sangathan process.
You mentioned that before Khemla, there was no Adivasi could think of complaining against the administration. But wasn't the Lal Topi Andolan?
Yes. Lal Topi but Lal Topi had been crushed. Lal Topi was crushed in the late 70s. And that memory was fresh at that time, So, and this was again 1980s or say early. There is a difference of around 10 years. And so the hegemony of the police has been established. And in that period, the police, once they crushed the Lal Topi Andolan, then they, told the Patels and the leaders and all that you work with us. So the traditional system, panchayat system of the Adivasis, where you settle disputes within the panchayat, whatever dispute is there, you settle that had been broken. And these village leaders and the MLAs and all, they had been co-opted into this system of oppression. So this was the revival in that sense. That current situation when Khemla started doing this was that nobody could think of going beyond the Thana. So for them, the experience of the Lal Topi Andolan was not that vivid as the experience of the repression of the Lal Topi Andolan. So that was the context in which Khemla started work, say around 10 years after the crushing of Lal Topi Andolan has taken place. Khemla starts work in the late 70s or early 80s. That is the context in which Khemla started work. In fact, the Sangathan could not have been rebuilt if the help of SWRC had not been taken. You must remember that the whole process was started not as another Andolan. If it had been started as another Andolan, immediately it would have been crushed. It was started as a part of SWRC, which was popularized as a development organization. So initially Khemraj, Amit and all, they went and met the SDM and said that look, we are trying for the development of the Adivasis and all that. So then, and Bankar is known, SWRC is a known entity. Bankar is known, he has already spoken to the secretaries in Madhya Pradesh and said that look, one of my people are working there, please help them. He has spoken to Digvijay Singh because he was classmate of Digvijay Singh or something like that. So in Doon school or whatever. These people, when they started work, they went with this backing that they are and at that time this whole thing of participatory development, all this whole rhetoric had started, to which even state people were part of that. So you have something like CAPART coming in. So this whole thing was started as participatory development, not as an organization process against the state, which is what was happening, or against the exploiters. On the ground, that was what was being done, but it was being publicized as a participatory development process. So you had the higher level state or the higher level Congress party. The local MLA might be against you, but Digvijay Singh is with you. So that kind of backing is there. So the work was started with that. And eventually that is what led to, legitimacy among the people also. If this contact at the higher level had not been there and that SDM had not known that these people are development workers, so we must help them. So if it was that this is an organization that is trying to organize the people, if it had been like that, some political organization, then the SDM's whole attitude towards them would have been different. That initial strike succeeded because of the relationship with SWRC. So that is how this whole work was started, that it is a participatory development, it's not a political process. So if that had not been done, that Sangathan, the whole process would not have started. So you see, so the way it was started, it was different. Only later on, 87 onwards, when Kherut Mazdoor Sanghat was formed, then after that SWRC was dropped. Then it became formally also it became a political organization. And then from then onwards, the repression also began. At that time, Narmada Andolan also started. Then it became clear from 86 mobilization on the Narmada issue also started. So it became clear to the state that these people are, anti-state organization. So the whole character of the state and Kherut relationship, that changed But by that time, the advantage of SWRC had already been taken and already a Sangathan had been established on the ground.
Tell me, it all somewhere gets linked to Tilonia, SWRC. You know, you're coming, Amit's coming, Khemraj's coming, and the linkage. What exactly, apart from, of course, coming from there, how was it instrumental or helpful or?
The another major link was the funding. No? SWRC was providing the money. See, we used to work on shoestring. At that time, the thing was that nobody will take any pay. Only our food expenses. And the thing was that the policy was that you spend most of the time in the villages. The more time you spend in the villages, you don't have to, we don't have to spend money of our own for eating. We did not get any money. Our clothes we had to get from somewhere. So friends or family or wherever. That means no expenses at all. And you spend most of the time in the field. So I remember the average thing was 50 rupees a month, for even including traveling and everything. So 50 rupees a month was the expense per non-Adivasi activist. For the Adivasi activists also a minimal salary. When this whole Sangathan process started, then Pushpen also became a point man in Alirajpur. For talking to the MLA as a go-between with the MLA, go-between with the administration, sending press notes, holding press conferences. So he was the point man. So he also became involved in the process. And then he started an NGO of his own. And in fact, this NGO he started as a sub-center of Rangpur Ashram. Haribhai Parikh, who was there in Baroda district nearby. Haribhai Parikh had been running an organization for a long time. And he is famous for this Lok Adalat process, which has now become a standard process throughout India. So then Haribhai was keen on, starting the same kind of work in Alirajpur Tehsil also. So then we all got together and then we decided that it would be good. That Pushpen now he is doing voluntarily, and this kind of advocacy and support for the Sangathan work, that requires a lot of money. We don't have that kind of money. So it would be good. So Haribhai funded through Oxfam. Pushpen, he set up this DHAS Gramin Vikas Kendra, and he started work, legal aid, providing legal aid. So that legal aid used to help us, all our cases and things. So apart from that, we, the non-Adivasi activists and Shankar and all that, we used to fund from SWRC. So whatever little funds we required, we used to bring from SWRC Tilonia. So SWRC was pretty well known at that time. Bankar especially, he was member or advisor to Planning Commission on Rural Development and all that. So all that kind of support, which was crucial. Without that kind of support, this Sangathan, Khemraj could not have, Khemraj, Khemla, and when the thing escalated, we would not have been able to survive. We would have been kicked out from that area because the whole local bureaucracy, local political establishment was totally against us. They wanted us to go from there. We could stay there only because of the support of SWRC. In 87, both former Kherut Mazdoor Chetna Sanghat was registered as a trade union and DHAS was registered as a trust for development work. So both these aspects, the Sangharsh organization and the Nirman organization were formed in 1987.
Rahul, was there any formal kind of system of forming the Sangathan? Was there any training of the activists, or just this whole system was evolved of how the Sangathan should function? What was it?
Earlier it was just 5 or 6, 7 villages. So people used to meet together and discuss and all that, various things. And in between, these people, Amit, Shankar, Khemraj and Khemla, they had crossed the river Narmada and gone to the other side. At that time it was Dhulia district, now it's Nandurbar district. They had heard that in Shahada, in Dhulia district, there had been a very big movement of the Adivasi peasants against the non-Adivasis, a famous movement called Shramik Sangathana. So they went to meet those people there. Baharu, who's a major activist of Shramik Sangatana. So there they had gone and seen that you have to have a formal Sangathan and all that. So all that they had seen, that this kind of thing, if you want to carry on in a sustainable manner for a long time and have some impact, then you have to have a formal Sangathan and you have to have trainings and all that. Once all this process started taking place, and the Sangathan from just within a space of 2 or 3 months went from 7 villages to 40 villages. So then it became clear that you have to have a systematic, setup where you have trainings, you have regular meetings, regular village meetings, regular area-wise meetings, and regular central committee meetings. So then you form those central committees and all that. So all those things started. You have, formally you have people in the villages who are, the village members of the Sangathan. Then you had the area-wise committees and the central committee. Slowly this formalization process took place, which eventually, culminated in the registration of Khedut Mazdoor, Chetna Sanghat, 2 years. So that process took 2 years. Because this area, the main problem was the illiteracy. At that time, and this had been the least exposed. Mathwar was actually a princely state. Small, not a state, a Thakurat kind of thing. Of that. In fact, that prince was also against the Sangathan, obviously. He was with the forest department and things like that. And he was pretty powerful at that time. So Mathwar had stayed out of the ambit of Lal Topi Andolan. So for Mathwar, this was absolutely new. And they were illiterate. Mathwar basically was like a feudal. It was still, even after, at that time, 1983, it's almost, how much, 47, it's 40 years. Almost 40 years of independence, but the people there had no idea that it was an independent state, that it's a democracy. Even voting was very low. At that time, it was just 10% used to vote. Alirajpur was around 20%, and Mathwar, it's 10%. Women to 0, and among men it is 10%. So that is the level of consciousness. People still, at that time when work started, thought we are living as part of a princely state. Earlier it was only the Raja of Bakhadgar. Now, along with the Raja, there is the forest ranger and the police SI. These are the lords. SDM collector they cannot think of also. In fact, for the first time, DFO or collector from Jhabua visited this area only after the Sangathan started. They had not visited also. So that was a level of isolation where you are starting this process of organization, talking about rights. People had no idea what is rights, that they have rights under the constitution, that this is a special area, this is a 5th schedule area. So they have even more rights than the normal person. So they, 5th schedule, to koi baat hi nahi hai. Even the constitution they do not know. That is a kind of level of consciousness and the general milieu in which you are starting work. So it took 2 years to form that Sangathan. The whole process started in 83, but formalization process was started from 85. Basically, you have to have an organization. That was clear. Now, what kind of form of organization do you have? So that a lot was taken from Shramik Sangatana, the way they have these meetings. In fact, these night meetings. Shramik Sangatana is famous for their nightly meetings. Another thing, Shramik Sangatana, the greeting, the revolutionary greeting there is Zindabad. So we picked up that. And when we asked Baharu, why you say Zindabad and not Inqilab Zindabad? So they said that Inqilab Zindabad is the communist slogan. And the communists, they are not sensitive to Adivasi issues. They have their own programs. Communist Party somewhere decides on something. And the local program also is decided according to what the Central Committee of the Communist Party has decided. We decided that that kind of format, and in fact that break had taken place. At that time, Shramik Sangatana had split into two. Half of them had gone over to the Communist Party Marxist, and half of them had said that we will maintain the Shramik Sangatana as of old. Baharu was part of that, true to our original goals, Adivasi goals. So that is why we have not said Inqilab. For Zindabad, you clenched fist. Instead of doing Ram Ram, so when you do Ram Ram, your fingers are, separate. So you have to clench your fist to show your power and that you are united. So that we picked up. So that greeting and clenched fist, that we picked up from this thing, and that became the identity of the Sangathan here also. And basic thing was this, that whole concept of Adivasi identity. That is the main contribution of Shramik Sangathan to the whole thing. That you must build up a Sangathan around the identity of the Adivasis. That is the potent thing that has to be built up. Because that identity feeling is not there, was not there among the Bhils. That we, as opposed to the Northeast tribals have a strong identity feeling. The same thing is not there in the Bhils because they have continuously been under this domination. It had been there earlier. They fought hard against the British. You had Khwaja Naik, Tantia Bhil, Chitu Kirar and all these people. They fought basically for tribal identity and tribal culture and all that. But after that was crushed, where we were working, because Lal Topi had not had any influence, neither had all this rebellion and all taken place earlier, spontaneous Adivasi rebellions. So for this place it was something new. So this we took from the Shramik Sangathan, and this whole thing became that we have to establish. So Matwar had initially been ruled by Motia Bhil, Bhil king. He was tricked out of his kingdom by the Thakurs, and the Matwar princedom was set up by the Rajput Thakurs. So then we revived this whole thing. There are a lot of stories about Motia Bhil and all that people used to. So we had a whole celebration of Motia Bhil, one day we celebrated, and this Motia Bhil still has a place, his place, that Gatha, where he was finally killed and buried or whatever, that memorial. So and it was lying disused and nobody was going there. So we revived that whole thing, celebrate one day in each year as Motia Bhil Day. Then there's one major goddess of the Bhils, Rani Kajal. She is a major part of their epics. They have their own oral epics that they sing, which goes on for whole 2-3 nights. So in those epics, Rani Kajal is mentioned. So there's one place where Rani Kajal, the stones that are supposed to depict Rani Kajal are there. So we revived the celebration of Rani Kajal's whatever, that celebration one day in the year. So in this way, all these things we took from the Shramik Sangathan. That you have a good culture, it's a rich culture, you have forgotten your history. You have people who have fought against British for rights and all that. So when you do this, you can hark back to those people who have fought. And they lost, but we are not going to lose because we have the state with us. I mean the constitution with us, not the state. The constitution theoretically gives us a lot of powers under which the Adivasi identity can be established and strengthened. Much later, in 93-94, Vaharu Sonavane was a part of a process called the Adivasi Ekta Parishad. This whole process started that Adivasis should try and develop on their own. This whole thing of the Sangathans and the NGOs being dominated by non-Adivasis. And they said that we will take control. Why should there be non-Adivasi activists like Rahul Banerjee and Pradeep Prabhu and Medha Patkar? We are capable ourselves, we will try and solve our own problems. So this process started in 1993. And we also, because this thing was that it should be a Adivasi organization. Why should we be the people? Okay, in the interim, because we have our skills and all that, we will be in the leadership role. But basically, ideally, it should be people like Shankar Khemla and everybody else. They should be able to run the Sangathan on their own.
So, since the time that Khemraj arrived on the scene, 287, when this Sangat took a shape of a formal organization, who were the people who came in and went away, full-time activists, both local and outsiders?
Lot of people came and went, but the most significant one is Aruna Roy. She in the initial stages in 83, Aruna Roy and Nikhil De, they came there. They spent 3 or 4 months. But later on, she couldn't fit out there. That terrain and all that. It's very extremely difficult terrain. The thing is that there are no vehicles. So finally she said, and then there had some debate. Khemraj is also headstrong. Whoever else came, like I came, I stayed, Amit came, Amit stayed, Shankar, Khemla. So up to 87, it was more or less just these people. The Sangathan meant these 5 people. And Pushpen, 6 if you include him also. And by 87, this Khedut Mazdoor also became quite known in various places, that this group is there that is working among the Adivasis. So a lot of people came to this place. So that happened after 87. Sorry, I missed out Anita. I'm sorry. See, Anita was also there. She wasn't very much active because of her son, but she was also there.
When did Attha, the shift, I mean, I always had this in mind that it was always Attha. How did it evolve?
Yeah, so this is
how did it become a very important place for the Sangat?
Place. Now, because the people of Attha were the most active, so we decided to have our office in Attha. So in one person, Rai Singh, he gave one of his hillocks to make that house. So there we constructed the house for the Sangathan. And we were always in Alirajpur Tehsil. We never went out of Alirajpur Tehsil. And even today it is restricted to Alirajpur Tehsil. It has not gone beyond that.
What was the reason behind it?
Not enough people basically. The non-Adivasi activists all left 93, 94. 94 I left and 95 Amit and Jayashree left. We had covered all the blocks of Alirajpur Tehsil by that time. But to go beyond that, you need more people. So there weren't enough activists and we all started leaving. So it has remained now basically Kherut Mazdoor is the full-time activists, Khemla, Shankar, Kemat who came later, he is there, and then and one or two more. So it's a handful, 5 or 6 people. So with 5 or 6 people, how much area can you cover? Now it's become a district, so we can say that we are extended to a whole district.
Do you want to say anything more about your role and other activists' role in KMCS apart from what you have already mentioned?
Yeah, I would like to bring in Sylvie here for the gender aspect. Because we didn't have any gender aspect. मतलब उसके पहले कोई जेंडर इशू को लेके कोई मोबिलाइजेशन नहीं था. 87 में सिल्वी आई. सिल्वी केम इन, देन शी स्टार्टेड एंड देन हमारे मुकाबले शी सेड दैट खेमला इज बेटर. वी आर नो गुड, मतलब हमसे नहीं बनेगा. खेमला इट अपियर्स वाज वेरी गुड एट जेंडर मोबिलाइजेशन. सो विद सिल्वी, मतलब सिल्वी जो भी कार्यक्रम बताता था वो खेमला बहुत बखूबी वो निभा देता था, उसमें पूरा जो कुछ भी चलता था. तो सिल्वी आके पूरा विमेंस मीटिंग और ये सब चालू किए. फिर बाद में बीना ज्वाइन किया तो वो प्रोसेस और आगे बढ़ा. और फिर जयश्री भी आई. सो प्रोसेस वाज स्टार्टेड बाय सिल्वी इन विच देन जयश्री एंड बीना ऑल्सो कंट्रीब्यूटेड. बीना का एक ओरिजिनल काम अलग से था, हेल्थ का काम, जड़ी बूटी और ये सब लेके वो काफ़ी कुछ करा था. मतलब इट वाज प्रीटी गुड इन्वॉल्विंग द विमेन. और देशदीप जो कानपुर IIT का एक लड़का है, मतलब ही इज़ अ प्रोफेसर देयर, तो वो किसी तरीके से SWRC आया था, तो इसमें सिलसिले में वो हम लोगों से भी परिचित हो गया. तो वो आके यहाँ खोड़म्बा गांव में उसने एक स्कूल शुरू किया. सो बहुत सिस्टमेटिक उसका दिमाग है. तो ही पूरा प्राइमर्स बनाना, कैसे पढ़ाओगे, कैसे करोगे, बच्चों से ही बच्चों को पढ़ाना, वैसा करके एक पूरा मेथड डेवलप किया और वो काफ़ी सक्सेसफुल हो गया.
You mentioned that gender का कुछ था नहीं, मतलब what do you mean and when did Sylvie come and how did it start?
वहाँ जो आदिवासी समाज है उसमें महिलाएं बहुत ज़्यादा शोषित है, बहुत ज़्यादा काम करना पड़ता है. तो वो है, मतलब बेसिकली पेट्रियार्कल समाज है. तो हमने तो पेट्रियार्की शब्द ही नहीं सुने थे बिफोर दैट. विमेन यूज्ड टू पार्टिसिपेट इन द आंदोलन, लेकिन दैट वाज नॉट फॉर देयर ओन इश्यूज. पेट्रियार्की जो है भील समाज में, उसके खिलाफ कुछ करना, दारू इतना पीते हैं उसके लिए इतना प्रॉब्लम होता है, उसके खिलाफ कुछ करना, उसको लेके ज़ीरो था. तो सिल्वी आने के बाद वो सब शुरू हुआ. हाँ, वी हर्ड द वर्ड पेट्रियार्की फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. इस होल चीज़ जो है कि कैसा है, किस तरह से है, और ये सब करना पड़ेगा. हमको भी ये बातें करनी पड़ेगी, लोगों आदमियों से बात करना कि भाई तुम जो है सुधरो. ये सब चीज़ें जो है सिल्वी आने के बाद ही शुरू हुए.
When did she come?
She came in 87. She had passed from Irma. She passed from Irma. After that, she was doing apprenticeship with Pradhan somewhere. She wanted to do political mobilization. नर्मदा आंदोलन का बारे में सुना है, खेरुत के बारे में सुना है, और भी दूसरा राजा भोपाल के जो है एकता परिषद, उसमें भी उसने गई, सब जगह घुमा फिरा और फिर तय किया कि अपने को जो है खेड़ूत में काम करना है करके शी केम एंड जॉइन खेड़ूत. सो शी स्टार्टेड इनिशियली खेड़ूत का काम में शुरू हुआ, फिर बाद में नर्मदा जैसे बिल्डअप होने लगा फ्रॉम 87 ऑनवर्ड्स, स्लोली पिकिंग अप ना नर्मदा. नो डैम स्टैंड शायद 87 में ही आ गया था. टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ 87 नो डैम स्टैंड केम. बिफोर दैट इट वाज रिहैबिलिटेशन फ्रॉम 85 to 87. बाय 87 आफ्टर 87 नो डैम स्टार्टेड. सो देन द स्ट्रगल इंक्रीज, तो उसमें मोबिलाइज करना. सो देन शी गॉट इन्वॉल्व इन दैट. फिर वो जेंडर भी खत्म हो गया. मतलब 87 फर्स्ट 7-8 महीने को बहुत जेंडर ही चला, फिर जेंडर बैक सीट हो गया, वो उसमें ही आ गया पूरा नर्मदा आंदोलन में. बट शी स्टार्टेड, मतलब जेंडर का वो पूरा जो है उससे शुरू हुआ. हमको भी मालूम पड़ा जेंडर और ये सब के बारे में कि भाई ये भी एक चीज़ है जिसमें हमको देखना है पूरा. सो पर्सनली ऑल्सो दैट्स हेल्पफुल. आई मीन नाउ आई नो अ लॉट and have done a lot on gender and patriarchy and things. But it all started with Sylvie.
Rahul, can you tell me what, as you are a civil engineer and have studied in IIT, what was this whole, as far as you were concerned, about large dams in IIT and your personal view on it while you were studying, and whether, like, you had any opinion already formed while in IIT, or what did you think about it?
Actually, in IIT, what happened was, I was concerned with this Adivasi situation. So then I started reading on the Adivasis, what is the condition of the Adivasis and all that. So all worldwide, this whole thing of Adivasis being, marginalized for development, that I had started reading on. And in the course of that, I came on this thing, I've forgotten now everything, one very good, report by an anthropologist, someplace in Africa. I've forgotten. There's a magazine, there's a humanist magazine or something, International Humanist or something. So this anthropologist, he had written this article there. And it was, he said that there was this area, some African indigenous people, and they were living pretty peacefully, okay. I mean, natural resource based, this thing. Then the government decided to have a dam out there. And they built the dam and these people were displaced. And after that, life became hell for them. So I still remember, it was a very moving piece of article. And in that, he mentions that there's this old lady, nostalgia for those days and all that. So tears came to her eyes, So that immediately came to me, that. So then I read up on some more of dams and things, what opening critiques of dams. So I had already, while in Kharagpur, read about this. That dams, create displacement, and then there are a lot of problems with dams, siltation. At that time, the main thing was siltation. This other aspects of, the command area side, I didn't get. But the siltation aspect was there, that dams get silted up and their longevity goes down and all these problems and all that. I already knew about this dam problem, that it's a problem, displacement is a problem, before I came to this area. So that is why when this whole thing came up, this Narmada thing, and we got an invite initially from Anil Patel, that, this thing is there and rehabilitation. So then I immediately said that, yes, we must go and attend this meeting. Now, this Anil Patel, he was working on this rehabilitation aspect. Initially, he raised the issue of some of these villages, that first 1 or 2 villages that are going to be displaced by the Sardar Sarovar Dam. So, he raised this issue of their proper rehabilitation according to the provisions of the NWDT and all that. So, they knew that we were working in this area. They knew. So that is why they sent us a letter saying that, look, this is the new issue that is coming up. We are dealing with this thing and we would like you to, raise this issue in Madhya Pradesh. And we have already done a lot of research and all that. We would like to share that with you. So we said that, okay. So one of their workers, Rajesh, he is from Kamat. So, which is just next to Mathwar area in Gujarat, Chote Udaipur Tehsil. So they said that in Kawant, let us have a meeting. So Rajesh and I forget that lady, what's her name? I think Deepti. So both of them came down, and then Shankar and I went from here. And before that, obviously, we have to take a decision in the meeting. So there, Khemraj protested that you shouldn't go to this meeting, and there is no point. We are already bogged down with this issue, because it was in 1985 when we are still fighting a serious battle. It's against the forest department. See, we are in the thick of the battle against forest department when this letter comes from Anil Patel. So he says that we are already overstretched this battle. We shouldn't take on this this thing. But I insisted that we are not fighting anything. We're just going there to see what is the issue. Later we will see what is happening. There's no harm in going and listening. Anyway, so Amit also supported the thing. So Khemraj was outvoted. And then we went, Shankar and I. We took part in that meeting. So they told us about the various things. Then we came back. And
can you talk a little more about that meeting? Because I have absolutely no idea of what this meeting in Kawant was. What was the discussion that took place there?
No, it was basically...
One more question I had was, maybe you can say, is this the first time that the issue of Sardar Sarovar came up before KMCS? Because were any surveys done, or there were villages falling in the submergence area? Was this issue ever thought about in the Sangathan before this invite? If you could just...
No, this was the first time. We had never thought about it, So this was the first time when that letter came that we knew that dam is being built. But at that time, no activity was taking place because there was a stay on the whole thing. So when this Anil Patel's letter came, only then we started thinking about this whole issue, whether to take it up, what to do and what not. So after that we went. We talked to Anil Patel. They said that this is the kind of thing. You must go and talk to the people in the area and then try to mobilize them to talk to the Madhya Pradesh government about this whole thing, that they have a right to rehabilitation and resettlement, and these are the provisions and what the government is doing about it. So...
this meeting you had with Anil Patel was in Kawant?
Kawant, right. Not with Anil Patel, for Rajesh and Deepti. Tripti, not Rajesh and Tripti. Yeah.
It was in Kawant?
Yes.
It was just between KMCS and...
Yeah.
No other people?
No, not at all.
And
not
what
at all.
exactly was discussed? Just to...
No, they told us. They gave us the information about this whole dam, all the details of the dam, how big it is, what is happening, how much submergence is going to take place, and specifically in Alirajpur, which are the villages that are going to be submerged, and what are the rights of the ousties under the NWDT award, that they are supposed to get all these things, and so we should mobilize them so that they do get it, because their experience was that until they did the mobilization, people were not being given. NWDT award was not being followed. Their intervention resulted in NWDT, in stages, NWDT being applied there in the Gujarat villages. So they said that the same thing is going to happen here. So why don't you mobilize these people? So then they will also, be able to get their rights. So that was all that was discussed, and we came back. So that was all. We had the meeting, we came back, then we didn't do anything. And immediately after that, we had Vasudha Dagambar. She told us that she wanted some surveys done. She had got some project from somewhere. She wanted some surveys done of those areas about what they know about this. A sort of initial kind of baseline survey as to what the ousties of these villages they know about this whole dam and all that. So she had prepared some questionnaire and sent it down. So then we said that let us go and we will do their work also, and at the same time we have talked to Anil Patel. Whatever Anil Patel has told us, that also we will first ask them what they know, and then we will give them tell them what we know. So that survey we undertook. This was also in 85. We did that, and then after that Vasudha Dagambar said that she is coming to the area to tour, and whether we would like she would like a meeting with us. So he said okay. So Jalsindhi was decided. It was decided she would be coming on the other side, on the Maharashtra side, and then she would cross over in Jalsindhi, and we will meet in Jalsindhi. So that was in 85 November or December. I forget, December most probably.
How many villages?
All the
What
villages.
exactly was the survey?
It's a basic one-page questionnaire that this dam is being built. Do you know that the dam is being built? Do you know that your village is going to be submerged? Has any government person come and told you about this? Have you been informed? Like that, some preliminary 4 or 5 question survey format was there, which we had to fill at all the Alirajpur villages. So we started with Akriya, and from Akriya we went right up to Kakrana. That's all. Whatever was the submergence zone within Alirajpur, were really serious, where people are losing their land and houses. They are losing their livelihoods basically. So we covered those, some, I think around 13, 14 or 15 villages.
And what did you find? Did people know about
No,
the
no.
dam and the rise?
Only in Jalsindhi they knew, because initially it was planned to be built at Jalsindhi. So surveys and all had taken place. So Jalsindhi people were they were aware that yes, dam is going to be built and all that. Upstream of Jalsindhi, the zero. It was totally zero at that time. Nobody really knew what was happening.
And then you can proceed from, you were saying that you had decided to meet Vasudha.
Yeah. So it was, yeah.
Meeting at Jalsindhi.
Yeah. So then what happened was they, for some reason that a dongi or something, they couldn't get in Jalsindhi. So the time appointed, then we got the news that they are crossing at Hapeshwar. So then we met at Hapeshwar, and in that temple we met there in the evening instead of Jalsindhi. So along with Vasudha was Medha. Vasudha had said that she is coming. She had not mentioned about Medha. There we met Medha. Medha was along with Vasudha at that time. She had also toured with Vasudha, whatever number of villages they toured. Then we met at that priest's temple. We spent the night there. From our side, it was I, among the activists and the people of the area, from Jalsindhi and Akriya and some Khodamba, not Khodamba, Amba and all that. Some 3 or 4 villages, some 15-20 people and I. And from there was Vasudha and Medha.
So what was discussed there? What happened?
Basically, this whole thing of the situation that there's not much, awareness, and this is an issue which this award is there, which gives them a lot of this thing. And the procedure for this thing, LA, is about to start. They are going to be given notices and things. At that time, Madhya Pradesh, no notice had been given. Notice came later and all that. Was in a Land Acquisition Act, procedure was in the preliminary stages. Most probably Section 6. Only Section 4 had happened or something like that. So this whole thing that we can now get people organized and then intervene here. In the procedure for LAA we can intervene, and then for NWDT also. It's a small kind of discussion. That is all that we had. And then we parted.
So how did the Sangathan and the issue of Narmada proceed from there?
After that, what happened was the Narmada Ghati Navnirman Samiti became active in Madhya Pradesh. Mandlik ji and all that. They became active and they organized a meeting there in Barwani, Rajghat. And prior to that, what happened was Oxfam arranged a meeting in Ahmedabad on this whole issue, in which Medha also went. From here, Amit went. All those people who are working in these areas. So there, and by that time, Medha had started organizing the people on the Maharashtra side. After that meeting that we had, that was the first time Medha visited the valley. After that, she went back and started working. So in that meeting, she came and described what she had done with the people in Maharashtra. Amit spoke of what little stuff we had done. That was one kind of meeting that we had. After that, this Narmada Nirman Samiti, they organized a meeting and they called, Medha also came to that meeting, and we went from this side, from Kherut Mazdoor side, we went there. So that was the meeting in which actual mobilization started for the first time, where all the three got together. The Nimar segment people, our Alirajpur people and the Maharashtra people. Together, a plan was made that we must together, start petitioning, advocacy, rallies, dharnas around this rehabilitation issue.
So, can you say a little bit more on you had not gone for the Oxfam meeting, but who actually had come there? And subsequently you said Mandlik ji and others had organized Narmada Ghati. What is your memory of who all were there in Nimar, who mobilized, and what exactly happened in this meeting where you said that is the place where the programs and rallies and etc. were planned? What exactly happened? And when you mentioned that we came, means who all came? And if you can give a little more specific and detailed account of it, because these early stage do seem important.
No, it's a meeting. I forget the date and all that. So it's the meeting in Rajghat. And Kashinath ji, he was the first person who started this Narmada Ghati Navnirman Samiti. He had conducted some yatras and all that earlier and things. Kashinath ji Trivedi, he called the meeting basically, and Prabhakar ji, he started the whole process there. He just came, Kashinath ji just came for the meeting from Indore. The actual groundwork was done by Prabhakar Mandlik ji. He got all these Amaram Mukati, initial people who were there, and some other people from the villages that are going to be affected in Nimar. So, all these people, and then Medha, so she was also invited. So she came. So that was the first time there was a meeting in which the Nimar people under Narmada Ghati Navnirman Samiti, Khedut Mazdoor, and the Narmada Dharangrast Samiti. All these three together. By that time, Medha had already had one rally under Narmada Dharangrast Samiti in Dhargaon, in which some 1,400, 1,500 people had participated from the submergence zone. So that had been done already for just rehabilitation and all that. So that was the first time in that meeting where we all got together and a plan was chalked out. Exactly what has to be done. So they all three, this Narmada Ghati Navnirman Samiti, KMCS and NDGS all together. So we had regular meetings after that. So the next meeting I remember was in Dhulia, where just 2 or 3 people, Mandlik ji, Amaram Mukherjee, and that other person who was there from that ashram itself. What was his name? Joshi ji. He has expired. Do you remember him? No. So Joshi ji was there. So these three from there, from KMCS I had gone, and Medha. So we had a meeting. Medha, and by that time Gyaneshwar had also come. So Gyaneshwar was also there. Medha and Gyaneshwar. So we were together. So we had this meeting, planning kind of meeting, what to do and all that. I think a rally in Bhopal was planned from there itself, where everybody would participate and things. So that initials, the action thing started from there. And in the evening, we had a day-long meeting, and in the evening we met the support a group that Medha had created in Dhulye. So you had that accountant, what was his name? There was, now I'm forgetting all the names. Patil, Dashrath Tatya, then that accountant, chartered accountant. I've forgotten his name. And there was one journalist. So there's some 3 or 4 people. Then we had a meeting with them, what kind of work is going on and all that. So we had that, and then after that the process started. Then it was a continuous process,
Is that you said people from KMCS, Narmada Dharangrast Samiti from Maharashtra, and Nimar, Narmada Ghati Navnirman Samiti assembled at Rajghat. Was there any organization from Gujarat that participated at Rajghat?
No. It was only the 3 this side. No, nothing from Gujarat. Arch Bahini was not there.
And
Arch Vahini, first time after this we met was when we took out a rally in this thing. We had a meeting in Keodia colony. Maharashtra people, from the Nimar people and people from Alirajpur. We went there, had a rally there in Keodia colony, rally and meeting, and V.D. Sharma also came there for the first time, and we submitted a memorandum to V.D. Sharma regarding this whole thing. V.D. Sharma was Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Commissioner at that time. So that was the time when we met Arch Vahini also, because Arch Vahini people also came, Anil Patel and Tripti. Again, after that Kawant meeting, the first time we met them again was at that meeting. Initial stages was that Madhya Pradesh government is not doing anything, so we should, go and have a rally and dharna. Now I just forget the sequence, when we did what and all that. Basically this whole process started. So then there was this rally where in those initial stages Parasmal Karnavat and all those were there as part of Narmada Ghati Nirman Samiti. Then I remember this whole question of mobilization in Nimar. So I came from there to mobilize villages in Nimar. So the office in Barwani was started, and then I toured some of these villages closer to the Alirajpur area, So all these things, I remember all this going on, 87, 86, 87 and all that. So throughout 86, we participated. Khemraj did not participate. We participated in various meetings, rallies and this and that was going on.
Were you meeting quite regularly as you met in Rajghat and Dhuli?
Yeah. Continuously some meetings and all were going on. Yeah, all three together. It's basically around this whole issue of, the rehabilitation, whole thing. I remember we went through this NWTD award and we critiqued that award, saying that, okay, it's there, but there are a lot of things that are wrong with this award, So all those things, we said that in addition to this should be there. And these provisions must be done before, work on the dam starts. You must have these provisions in place before, because once the work starts, then the pressure comes on the Austies. So before that, all these things must be done. And so the whole process was that, okay, we'll go and petition these people, and we'll take out rallies and try to build up the Sangathan. The thing was that at the moment we don't have mass strength. So the thing was that go into the villages and, mobilize people around this issue. So KMCS area was okay. Most of those villages were already within KMCS. The thing was this Nimar areas, so we have to mobilize, and that's the main area. So you have to mobilize people. So all those things were discussed, that how we are going to mobilize, what we are going to do and all that. Initially it was Narmada Ghati Navnirman Samiti. But after some time, it became obvious that Narmada Ghati Navnirman Samiti is not in a position to, coordinate activities in Nimar. So Narmada Bachao Andolan started. I don't remember exactly when the Narmada Bachao Andolan office was started in Barwani.
This meeting in Rajghat was in 87, 86, when was it?
This was in 86.
86.
Yeah.
After that, which were the sequence of programs, if you can recall some of them at least, which were really important or which left some impact?
The first major program was this, this rally that we had in Keodia colony. That was the first rally, big rally. And by that time, people like Om Prakash Rawal also had been mobilized. It was just in Indore also, Om Prakash Rawal and Mahendra Bhai and all these people, they had also been mobilized. So that was the first big thing. Now I forget which year it was. I think it was in 86 that we had this first rally there. That is the first program. Then 87, we had a lot of programs. I don't recall exactly now. Quite a few. We had some rally to Bhopal also. First time we went to Bhopal. We had never been to Bhopal with a rally on our own issue. First time we went conducted a rally in Bhopal was on the Narmada issue. on this. And in fact, the whole of KMCS went. Because the number of people coming from the submergence villages, we could get at least at the most 100 to 200 people. So we decided, let's all go. Nobody has seen Bhopal. So everybody, I remember some 600 or 700 people went. All the other fellows who were not connected with this thing, they also came to that rally. And I remember that so if so many people go, then how the cost of going and coming and all that. So in that meeting, when it was planned, the planning meeting took place in Barwani, that we are going to have this rally and all that. So then I said that, look, 600 to 700 people will come, but we can't fund the whole thing. So you guys will have to, bear some of the cost. So these fellows, these Nimadis, they said, yes, we will bear the cost. So they contributed some money. One or two trucks, they said that ek truck ka hum le lenge zimmedari. We had that. That was the first time we had a rally in Bhopal. All this is, I think, 86.
So there was this one program in Kevadia. How large was it and what was the main issue there? How many people had?
Yeah, there were quite a few people. I mean, the Maharashtra side, a lot of people came. Our side also, I think we had some 500, 600 people, 400, 500 people. Then from the Nimar area also, a lot of people came. So that was a pretty big this thing. And I remember then we had a discussion with some secretary from the Government of India was also there. B.D. Sharma we gave a memorandum to. And there was this secretary, whoever was in charge of rehabilitation, whichever department it comes under. So then some of us then met that secretary also. We had a long discussion. Not only the central secretary, the secretary from Madhya Pradesh also was there. Gujarat, everybody was there. Pretty high level kind of meeting. Yeah, we are making a legitimate demand. We are just saying at that stage that, look, these are the provisions under rehabilitation. Apart from that, we want these kind of things, and they should go on. You are not doing anything. You act on this and do something, so that the problems don't arise. After that, I think by end of 87, I think it became no dam. But I don't specifically remember what exactly was this thing. But by that time, all this new stuff, Medha had done a lot of research, on the other environmental aspects and all that, not just rehabilitation. And all these aspects, the dam is failing. The environmental clearance which had been pending, that was given in 1987. And when that clearance was given, work started again on the dam. Work on the dam had been stopped. So work started on the dam. So the thing was that you have started work, you are not doing anything on the rehabilitation front. And in the meantime, we have discovered that there are a lot of problems. This benefit-cost ratio that you have calculated is wrong. You have not taken into consideration a lot of problems on the command area side, in catchment treatment and all these kind of things. And you have undervalued rehabilitation. And there doesn't seem to be any sort of commitment on your part, to do anything for rehabilitation and resettlement. And anyway, we think that it's not going to be possible for you. So the dam should stop. I think that's the end of 87. That's then. But I forget exactly when. Because by that time, everybody was working on this issue in KMCS. Sylvie had also come in. She started. Then Amit was there. I was there. So it was not as if only I was going to these meetings, So, towards the end of 87, we finally won the battle on the forest front. So at that time, that was occupying me a lot, whether I was there in that meeting or not, in which it was decided to take a no dam stand. It might have been Amit who was there in that meeting, or Sylvie or whatever. So, but that no dam stand was taken, and KMCS acquiesced with that we will go along with this no dam stand. The thing was, personally, if you ask me, the thing, as I told you, I never believed that we are going to stop the dam. But basically, from a long time, my thing was that after the NBA thing came in, our confrontation with the state and the modes of confrontation, they became much more militant. Fighting against the forest department was much easier. Now, since we were fighting a much bigger battle, the confrontation and the kind of strategies to be used, they were of a higher order. So that interested me. That look, if you are just concentrating on whatever we are concentrating on, then our level of activity will remain at a lower level. After we started getting involved in the dam, with the issue of the dam, our level of activity, level of advocacy, everything improved. It went to a higher level. So my feeling at that time, I remember, was that no dam means from rehabilitation you're going to no dam. So you are taking the opposition to a higher level against the state. So obviously you are going to use newer strategies and things which are going to be beneficial for you. Even if you don't stop the dam, in the end your experience will be richer. So that was my personal thing in that let us participate. Whether it stops or not, that is a different matter. Let us participate. And in fact, we did learn a lot. Various things that we did, we never would have done, Like Rasta Roko, we did. There's no need for a Rasta Roko on our issues, the kind of issues that we had. We did gheraos of block offices and gheraos of range offices, but we had never done a Rasta Roko. We did a Rasta Roko for the dam. Then we went and stopped the dam. I mean, that rally that was there, this thing. So all these things. This was the first major rally in Keodia colony. No? So I think it's in 89. I think it is 89. I forget. Either 88 or 89. So this was the first major rally in which the Maharashtra people would also go, and then Nimad people would also go, and we from Jhabwa, Alirajpur would also go. That the dam has to be stopped, So and so day we have to reach there, to the dam site. We have to go to the dam site to stop work on the dam. So when we had our own meeting in KMCS about all this, I said that, look, if you are going if your route is publicized from the beginning, and you're going and your route is known, the state will stop you. It won't let you go to the dam. So we should go by a secret route, where they don't know. Then we can reach the dam site and actually try and stop the dam, So otherwise you won't reach the dam site. So, and then we told Medha also that, look, our side we plan to go, and we did a survey of the whole route, through this Hapeshwar. From Hapeshwar you go via the mountains, the hills, in the forest. We could reach right at the dam plant, and then we surveyed that area also, the dam area. And we saw that the way that you can actually stop the dam is to stop the concrete plant. Even 200 to 300 people can gherao the concrete plant and stop it. So then effectively you have stopped the dam. Until you are moved out from the concrete plant, the dam is effectively stopped for 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever. So then we said that this is what we will do. We will come at night, and then just before morning, when the day is breaking, we will stop the concrete plant. One route is down the river. That route. If you go along that route, you will be spotted and you will be reported. So we found this other route through the hills. We surveyed that route. By which way it goes, and through the forest. And we went to the dam, recce'd the whole dam and all that. This was around 15-16 days before the day we were supposed, the day of that dharna. Then we came back, and then we told Medha in a meeting, in a preparatory meeting, like, this is the thing. Now from our side, around 150-200 people will go. Okay, so if you can give us 250 people, the main flank will go along the river from your side. Why don't you give us 250 people, so then we can make it even a bigger show, 500 people, we said that 200 people are enough, but if you have 500, 600 people, then it will really a great show out there. So Medha refused. She said that no, we will go by this end. And she said that, nahi, ye sab bachkana hai, what will this achieve and all that and things. And you should come this way also. You should also go by this thing and all that. So anyway, we didn't say anything. We came back. Then I said that, look, when we had our own meeting, so there was some discord within the group also, whether this thing should be done, So I stuck to my guns. I said that then let's have a split on this. So then it was decided. So Amit and some people went with the main Maharashtra contingent on that side. And around 150 people from this side, we went in that route that we had reckoned. And we reached, made a night halt around 2 hours from the dam. And then we got up at around 3 o'clock. And 5:30 as dawn, just before dawn, we reached there and we stopped the dam, that concrete plant. So for 3 hours we stopped the plant. Initially some small force came, so that obviously they decided that we can't deal with these people, so many people and all that. So then they went back. And then a massive force came, some 150 policemen. And then they dragged us from that, because and everybody entwine with each other, So then it's going to be very difficult to remove. So thing is that they have to arrest us. It's not a question of lathi charging and dispersing. They have to arrest. That means they have to take us physically into the vans. So that also for at least half an hour the struggle continued. All the police trying to take us, and then they started beating also to separate us. So the massive struggle took place for half an hour or so. So 2.5 hours, and that the main thing I remember, one fellow came, some SDM or something, and said that आपका जो भी ज्ञापन है आप दे दीजिए और हम पहुंचा देंगे आगे. So Baba said that नहीं, प्रधानमंत्री को यहाँ आना पड़ेगा. प्रधानमंत्री आएंगे, हमसे बातचीत होगी और हम उनके बात सुनेंगे, तभी होगा. तब तक हम डैम बनने नहीं देंगे. तो वो बोलता कि नहीं, आपका ज्ञापन हम पहुंचा रहे हैं. बोले कि नहीं, किसी भी हालत में नहीं, प्रधानमंत्री जब तक नहीं आएगा हम यहाँ से हटेंगे नहीं. सो एंड देन नारेबाजी स्टैंडर्ड जो चलता है, कोई नहीं हटेगा, बांध नहीं बनेगा, ऐसा करके 2-2.5 घंटे तक हम डटे रहे वहाँ पे. देन फाइनली दे सेंड द बिग फोर्स, सब 100 पुलिसमैन एंड ऑल दैट, पीट पाट के सब वैन में डाल के. देन दे टुक अस टू सम प्लेस, सम स्टेडियम और समवेयर, वहीं केवड़िया कॉलोनी में, वहाँ बंद करके रखा फॉर 3 or 4 hours. देन दे लेट अस गो. हमने कह भी दिया कि इस तरफ से जाएंगे तो मार खाएंगे, वहाँ जाओगे तो कुछ नहीं होगा. तो जिन लोगों ने कहा कि हाँ ठीक है हमको भी मार खाना है, तो वो आए, वो इसलिए कम आए, 100-150 लोग. बाकी उस तरफ से गए, वो तो जो सिंपल गिरफ्तारी होती है वो हुई. उस तरफ वालों के लिए, उस तरफ वालों की तो गिरफ्तारी भी नहीं हुई शायद. ऐसे ही मतलब ये होकर के वहीं से लौट गए. मतलब जो महाराष्ट्र साइड के थे, they were stopped at the Maharashtra border itself. They couldn't reach anywhere near the dam. तो वहीं ये, और उसमें दशरथ जी और ये सब थे, तो बातचीत होकर इधर उधर होके ख़त्म हो गया वहाँ से. और ये इस तरफ से जो निमाड़ वाले गए, उनको राजपीपला में रोक दिया. तो राजपीपला में रुके रहे वो. एनबीए की जो मीटिंग्स होती थी उसमें हमारे यहाँ से भी जाते थे, सब मिल के तय करते थे कि भाई अगला कार्यक्रम ये करना है, अगला कार्यक्रम वो करना है, और उसमें हम शामिल हो जाते थे. तो जैसे रास्ता रोको का कार्यक्रम है, एक वो जो ब्रिज रोका था वहाँ, कौन सा है वो, खलघाट वाला ब्रिज, we blocked it for 1 or 2 days, I remember, in which Baba Amte also came. That's in 1989, I think. Yeah. Then Harsud rally, 89, this Harsud rally that was held. So all that is planned at the central level. We also participated in it. We are a very small rump kind of thing. The main Sangathan was in Maharashtra and in Nimad. We had just 10-15 villages, active kind of thing, that is part of the thing. So whatever program was decided, we used to take part in it. Or whatever, joint program or individual district program. It was decided that on so and so day we will all give a dharna, and Alirajpur, Barwani and all that. So we also gave dharna on that day. Or it was decided that everybody together we will go and block Khalghat bridge. So then we went with the rest of the other people, and we also went and blocked with the rest. Then in Alirajpur it was decided ये रास्ता रोकना पड़ेगा. तो हमने अलीराजपुर में रास्ता रोका. जब बड़वानी में भी कुछ तहसील रोक रहे थे या कुछ कर रहे थे, Baba Amte stood holding they locked the tehsil, and then they Baba Amte stood there for some 3 or 4 hours and all that. So that time we blocked the road in Alirajpur, and we got beaten up in Alirajpur. So all those programs were decided basically at Narmada Bachao level. It was decided that survey नहीं होने देगा. तो सर्वे नहीं होने दिया, उसको लेके मारपीट हो गए. वो अंजन बारा में गोली कांड हुआ था.
So exactly what happened?
Yeah, basically the thing was that Medha was on hunger strike in Mumbai. The first one, that Alirajpur, the one that we blocked the road. Then Jayashree and Sylvie came back and said, our people also had gone there. It was a massive dharna out there. They came back and said that it has been decided that Medha's, in support of Medha, we will have action here. And it must be militant action. So he decided, ठीक है, चलो. तो करके हमने वो ये करा, रास्ता रोकना है. First we घेराउड the NVDA office. Then after that we shoot out all the NVDA people from the office. Then after that, in front of that is the road. So we blocked the road. After 3 or 4 hours, obviously they had to take action. So they lathi charged us and arrested some people. I was supposed to stay outside and manage the whole issue. So we took photographs of all that lathi charging and all that, gave it to the press. So it came in the press next day. लाठी चार्ज हुआ, वहाँ से डिस्पर्स हो गया. फिर बाहर अलीराजपुर के बाहर इकट्ठा हो गया. एक और रैली निकाल दी हमने वहाँ कि ये लाठी चार्ज गलत है और ये वो करके सब ऐसे करके फिर उसका जो प्रेस वेस देना है ऐसे से ये हुआ. और अंजन बारा तो इज मच लेटर, दैट्स इन 1993, that World Bank had given an ultimatum after the Morse report. Indian government, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh government, 6 months in which to rectify all these problems, environmental and resettlement related. So there was pressure. So the government wanted to conduct surveys, and we were preventing the surveys. No surveys. So then they sent in police force. Then confrontation took place in Anjanbara. So then firing and all. Then more police force. The Anjanbara people managed to chase away that police force. Then they sent in more police force. Then firing took place. Then repression, they beat up people, broke up their houses and things. Not only in Anjanbara, some other places. 30 people were arrested, Alirajpur. People who had come from outside, like Rahul Ram, and he was also arrested. People coming in to try and help and get people bailed out, they were also arrested. So all that took place, 93. Then finally we took out a rally. There also, I stayed underground for some time, while the others, Amit and Jayashree was also not arrested. She also went underground. Then Amit and Ravi and all, they were arrested, beaten up and all that. Then we took out a rally. Then all the people were bailed out. Then later on I was arrested, I was put in jail. They handcuffed us and paraded us in the streets of Alirajpur. So on that issue and other human rights violations, then we went to the Supreme Court and filed a human rights violation case, which was admitted by the Supreme Court, and the CBI investigation took place, which confirmed the fact that human rights violations have been taken place, and the Supreme Court then passed strictures against the government. So that was the Anjanbara case. That's 93. Then slowly, because of other work that I was doing, and anyway, I started feeling that there's not much future. From 89 itself, I started feeling that there's not much future in this. And pursuing this, first of all, you won't be able to stop the dam, that is clear. At the same time, the mobilization, is getting bogged down into one kind of dead-end kind of thing. This thing is to mobilize, it's not issue-oriented. You must, try and get a wider kind of thing going. That was not happening. So that is why I stopped participating very actively in the whole thing. So somebody or other was definitely going to those meetings. Amit or Sylvie. Sylvie was very active. So she would go to those meetings, she would come back and said that this is the... so that way KMCS is part of that decision. Sylvie as part of KMCS is taking part in that and then acquiescing or taking a part in the decision that has come. So it's a collective decision. We are also part of that. And then we implemented whatever was done.